Hey guys, Femi here, reporting live from my home so that we here at Club Pilates can give you guys a nice home Pilates mat progression. So follow along with me. I want you guys to also make sure you're paying attention and listening to your bodies. If something is hurting, like if you're feeling that same pain that you normally feel when you're not doing anything, then probably back off. But if you feel like your tush burning, your arms burning, your hamstrings, your quads with certain exercises, your abdominals for sure, if you feel those things working and fired up, then that's a sign that you're probably doing it right. So just listen to your body. Also make sure you have a nice bottle of water with you. As some of you guys know, when you take my classes, I always make sure you guys get breaks so that you can stay hydrated, especially since you're indoors and everything, okay? So we're gonna get started laying down on our back first with some abdominal progressions. So first off, we're gonna start with the legendary hundreds. So with the hundreds, I want you guys to focus first on drawing your abdominals down, your belly button down, drawing your ribs together, good. Bringing the chest up, and then slowly start to pulse right here. In this position, I'm making sure that my shoulder blades are off of the mat, still making sure that my belly button is drawn down and ribs are drawn together. And as I pulse this right here, I'm breathing in, rising up higher, breathing out, tightening up my core. Awesome. So once you guys have gotten that progression, let's actually do the actual hundreds. So get ready in that position. Bring one leg up, two legs up, making sure your lower abdominals, your back is nice and stable. And let's start to pulse here for in, out, in, out, in and out, in and out. Breathe in and out. Breathe in and out. Breathe in and out. And right there at the halfway mark, I want to just progress this a little bit. Send one leg out. This will get the obliques a little bit more. Let's do a few like this. Breathe in and out. Breathe in and out. And let's switch to the other side. Breathe in and out. Breathe in and out. Last one. Breathe in and out. Awesome. So right here, if you want to relax your back in between sets for the abdominal exercises we're going to be doing, or during bridges or whatever, you just bring your knees to your chest, rock side to side for a few seconds. You just got to breathe right there. Awesome. Next stop, we're going to do another progression for your abdominals. So right here, I'm going to bring both legs up. I'm going to draw my chest up, and I'm going to use my legs as anchors to draw me up, keep my legs in somewhat of a tabletop position. I'm going to place my one hand on my lower ankle, my other hand at the top of my knee, and I'm going to bring myself up higher. In this position, what's bringing me up higher, I'm not going to lie, it's not really my abdominals as much. It's going to be more so me pushing my leg out. Cool. So in this position, draw my shoulders away from my ears, and then I'm going to switch like that. Switch, 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 switch. Now as I'm switching, I'm making sure that I'm pulling my belly button down, drawing my ribs together like I was telling you guys to do. Awesome. And draw that knee a little bit closer, bringing myself up a little higher. So once you guys have gotten that, continue going, keep going, making sure that you're breathing to make the movement more effective. All right? As you're going, keep going through this, we're going to do a nice 10. So 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold right there. Draw both knees to your chest. Put your head down. Rock side to side. And just relax that back. And these pauses are for those of you that are still getting used to strengthening up your core. You don't want to overdo it for your back. And now last progression, I like to say double or nothing. Let's get this. Bring your chest up higher. Same thing here. Draw your shoulders away from your ears. Cool. So now in this position, we're going to get a little bit more of your lower abdominals. Send your arms out, legs out, and draw your knees in. Hold right there by your ankle. Draw out. And in. Now when you send everything out, imagine I'm pulling you by the ankle and my twin brother's pulling you by your arms and you're drawing everything in right here. So let's go for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, hold. And that was a doozy. Now, if you really want to just stretch out one part of your low back, take one knee, bring it to your chest, straighten out the other leg. If you bring it to the opposite side a little bit, you'll feel a nice stretch on that low back and that hip on that side. Awesome. Bring this one in, straighten out the other leg, bring it in. Awesome. Now the next progression, you guys are gonna love this. This is great for your glutes and your hamstring. This is the bridge progression. So with the bridges, it's quite simple. Place your hands down by your side. Now let's just go through some of the basics of the bridge. Make sure your feet and your knees are hip width apart, and you're gonna draw everything up. Awesome. Hold right there. Now in this position, you might just feel like you're just lifting your hips up. But if you do this right, like squeeze your tush together, squeeze your inner thigh muscles together, squeeze your hamstrings and pull forward, like somebody's pulling your knees forward at an angle, you'll feel the whole posterior aspect of your legs fired up. Now slowly start to round your spine down as if you're dropping one brick at a time. Lower down to your tailbone and lift right back up. From the tailbone up. Now from your mid-back all the way down and up. And making sure you're squeezing the tush and squeezing and pulling the hamstrings forward. Now, if you're doing this and you're feeling this more so in your hamstrings, I would suggest to squeeze your tush a little bit more. Some of you guys have very hyperactive hamstrings. So what I want you to do with that is just squeeze the tush a little bit more. And secondly, you don't need to go that high. Some of you guys, you might have to just go this high, especially if you have like low back issues. So if you're feeling like a pinching in your back, don't go up too high. If you're doing this right, you'll feel your glutes and your hamstrings fired up. So now let's go for the next 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now, let's increase this bridge progression by just bringing one leg up so we can finish strong and slowly extend one leg out. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. And the side that's doing nothing, guess what that's feeling? It's feeling all the burn. 2, 1. Switch to the other side. Good. Remember, point the toe forward, get long through that leg, and let's go for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Awesome. Next up, we're going to be transitioning to our side for some side hip abduction and some maybe even side plank work, and we're gonna go from there, okay? So first off, to position yourself, imagine you're flat against a wall, ta-da! Your imaginary wall if you don't have one. So your heels, your tush, your butt, your upper back, and your head are flat against that imaginary wall. So you can prop your head up like that. You can place one hand over in the front or on your waist, whichever one you prefer. To provide you with stability, place it in the front, and slowly make sure your toe, both toes are pointing forward and up towards your head, and slowly start to lift up. Cool. So in this position, lift the side of your trunk up a little bit to create some space. This will help to engage your oblique muscles on that side and pull the belly button in. That's going to engage your transverse abdominis muscle a little bit more. Awesome. And remember, it's not about the height. Some of you may want to go higher and then you lose the form here in your midsection. It's all about this core region right there. So it's not about how high up your legs can go. It's about you maintaining this right here. So let's go for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Awesome. Now you're going to be hovering this top foot just a little bit over the top of your leg, and you're going to slowly start to bend this leg in and out, and slowly pull in. And then as I'm pulling in, I want to topple over, but I'm using a lot of my core, my shoulders, just to stabilize me, and then press out, reach long with that top leg as you send that leg out. And let's go for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now let's get the other side. Transition, let's get even. Same thing again here. So make sure your arms are down. Awesome. Make sure that your heels, your butt, your upper back, and your head are flat against that wall. You can keep your hands on your hips if you want a little bit more of a challenge. Send your toes up towards your head and slowly start to lift this leg up. Remember not to forget the space that's in between your trunk and the mat. It's a very tiny space. You should be able to fit like a thin stack of papers in between that trunk and that floor region. Pull the belly button in. Let's go for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Remember, you're floating that top leg just a little bit over the bottom. Slowly start to pull this leg in and slowly send it out. Let's go for 8 solid sets. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Awesome. Now, as if that's not hard enough, let's progress this a little bit more into a semi-side plank. So with the semi-side plank, as some of you guys know who take my class, I always like to make it a little bit easy so you can get the form and then make it hard. So first off, bend the bottom knee just a little bit. Make sure your elbows, your hip, and your knees are perfectly aligned. Get the top leg flat on the mat. Awesome. And then from there, you're going to slowly start to lift up and just hold right there. And once you hold right here, you're making sure that you're pulling your core in. Awesome. And you can tap the ground for 5, 4, and now this time you're feeling both the hip muscles on that side and the hip muscles right here. 3, 2, 1. Whoo! And I am feeling both hips fired up at this moment. So next up, let's get the other side. We want to stay even. All right. So same thing here. Cool. Keep your shoulders up. And make sure that in between these exercises, you can pause the camera, pause this video so you can take a sip of water. I want you guys hydrated. All right? So send this top leg up and slowly start to tap like this for 5, 4, and I feel both sides fired up right now. 3, 2, 1. Awesome. Whew, and I am feeling that for sure. Now, the next thing I want us to check out are our hip lifts, hip extension lifts, laying on our stomach. So in this position, I want us to lay down flat so we're not cheating using our upper back muscles, which our paraspinals, they attach all the way from the base of our skull all the way down to our hips. So that can help us out with this. So lay down flat and slowly, it's a very small movement. Slowly start to keep both legs straight, float one leg up. Now some of you guys are going to want to bring this leg all the way up. We don't want that. We just want you guys to lift it off the ground, activating your hamstrings and your glute muscles. Good. So now let's go for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Then let's get the other side. 5, for 8, actually. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Cool. Now I want us to add our upper back muscles in the game a little bit. So right here, keep your arms straight out. Keep your legs flat, and you're just going to bring your arms up. And right here, we can hold the stability. Draw your arms down. Squeeze your shoulder blades together, and slowly go forward and back. Forward and back. Forward and back. Making sure your head isn't looking forward. You want to be at an angle, so imagine somebody's pulling your head forward towards the other side of the room. Let's go for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And that's that. Next up, we're going through some major plank progressions. So in between these plank progressions, don't worry, I'm going to be showing you mini stretches to do in between the short breaks we're going to be doing, as I normally do for you guys. So first off, we don't normally do this in my class, but in this video, we're going to tap into our reverse plank, okay? So first off, I want you guys to place your hands on both sides of your shoulders. Make sure that they're shoulder width apart. Squeeze your shoulder blades together to stabilize your upper back. Then you're going to slowly lift up right here. Try to bring your legs, your hips as high as possible. As high as possible. Making sure that you're not sagging into your shoulders like that. Your shoulders and your neck, they're not going to feel too great tomorrow morning. And just hold right there. The main thing with this is that as you're holding in this position, you can also send your toes up. You can send your toes forward. Depending on what you do, if you send your toes up, you'll get the hamstring muscles a little bit more. Toes forward, you'll squeeze the tush and hamstrings a little bit more, and just hold right there. Some of you guys may start to even shake at this point. Remember what I said, those are called the shakes of truth. Ha-ha! So now we're gonna hold like this. Cool. Right there. And then in this position, I find it easier to send the toe up, bend this knee in. And as I'm drawing this knee up, make sure you're not locking out your knees. Some of you guys are very, very flexible, and you're going to want to lock out your knees because it's easier. Your joints aren't going to like that too much. Let's go for 3 more. 2, 1, and that's a doozy. So in between, before we get the other side, just bring your arms across your chest. Boom. You don't want too long of a stretch. We don't want to get too flexible. We want to make sure our muscles are nice and tight as we're doing this, since we're holding ourselves up. So you're going to lift right back up, straighten out your legs. Good. Squeeze your shoulder blades together, toes up. Now slowly start to bring the other leg up. Let's go for 8 perfect rounds. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh man. And the arms, upper back, hamstrings, tush, those guys are burning right now. Now next up, let's go to our forward plank. Our normal planks that we normally do with some leg variation. So let's shoot up right here. All right, making sure that your hands, your elbows, and your shoulders, your upper extremity, they should be shoulder width apart, right? Make sure that you're not sagging your back down. You're staying nice and slanted and straight as an arrow. Awesome. And you can challenge your oblique muscles by lifting one leg up. That'll get the opposite obliques on the other side. And just breathe. Switch to the other side. Just hold that for 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And in between your sets, you can shoot back into a child's pose. And just grab a breather right there. Also, you can get your shoulders stretched just like we did with the reverse plank before, because this is going to get a little bit more fired up. So go back into your plank positions, shoot right back out. Now slowly start to bring one leg up into tabletop for semi-mountain climbers. So with this, I want to draw my knee to my opposite elbow. But don't go all the way out because I want us to pulse right there for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's get the other side for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Whoo! Even I'm sweating with that one. So just sit back into a child's pose. Make sure you're breathing in, inhaling, exhaling. Awesome. Now, last plank progression. This is going to get your heart bumping a little bit, but you know what we need is, since we can't really go out too much now. So let's place your hand right there. Awesome. Now with the mountain climbers, you're bringing one leg up, in, switch, switch. So you do a little hop and a skip, hop, switch, hop, switch, hop, switch, hop, switch. And for this, when you do this at home, this alone is a killer exercise. So you can go for time. You can just go for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And I always have you guys hold. Switch. And lay down, get a nice child's pose stretch, and relax those arms. Awesome. Now, in this position, I want us to also maybe even just regress a little bit with our planks. We can go into our forearms and do some hip work there. So we go like this, same thing. You can put your hands together into that prayer position, elbows, shoulder width apart, shoot out into a nice little plank there, and slowly float one leg up and tap down. You'll still feel this in your core. You'll still feel this in your core. And just tapping. Awesome. So with the legs straight, you're getting a lot of hamstrings and glutes. If you bend the knee, you're getting a lot of glutes there. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Switch sides for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And right there for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Whoo! And this was a killer. We're not even done yet. All right, guys. Final progression with this short workout. So first, we're going to start off with my favorites, some squats. So with the squat position, I want you guys to make sure that your toes are forward, your knees are forward during this time. Awesome. Alignment is so important. Hands are forward in the prayer position, and you can come as low as possible and come right back up. So we're just going to go with some body squats here, making sure that your toes and your knee alignment are perfectly aligned the whole entire time. Cool. Making sure that your heart is shining forward. That's very important. And what I'm doing here, pressing my hands together, that starts to activate my upper core region. Awesome. And as you're doing this, you'll actually start to feel the heart racing a little bit. You'll get some cardio because these are your big, major muscle groups. Keep going. Cool. Awesome. Cool. Now that's just the standard squat. Now next up, this is going to activate your hamstrings and your glutes a little bit more. So we're keeping the feet together, knees together here. Same thing with the prayer position. You can just go out and out like this. So in this narrower position, you're really forcing yourself to work a little bit harder to keep yourself balanced. 10, 9, 8, draw your core in. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Awesome. Now, let's shoot out for some sumo squats. So with the sumo squats, make sure your knees and your toes are pointing out at an angle. Awesome. Now with the sumo squats, you keep your hands in the middle, and you're gonna go like this, and you're gonna go down. So making sure in this position, hold, your knees are perfectly aligned with your toes, knees are perfectly aligned with your toes. Go only as low as possible, maybe like a chair angle, and you're gonna push up from your heels. This is gonna get your hip, abductor muscles, your inner thighs, outer thighs too, just to make sure that those knees are tracking properly. You can send the arms up for a greater challenge in your upper abdominal region. 8, 7 more, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. There we go. Now, let's make this double leg squat a little bit more interesting. So we keep the feet together, knees together. Voila. Awesome. We're going to sit back into a mini squat. Keep my back straight. My back is straight. Voila. Now I'm going to pick up the opposite leg, and we're going to slowly just straighten out that leg. You don't need to go too high. And let's just go for 8, 7, 6, 5. Press your hands together. 4, 3, 2, 1. There we go. Now let's get the other side. Go down into a low mini squat. Make sure you're nice and stable. Awesome, so you don't topple over like me. Now slowly start to go out. Slowing down the movement really helps you to concentrate on your whole entire form. Keep your heart pointing out that way. 5 more. 3 more. 2 more. 1 more. And you've got, I felt that in my back, in my thighs, and the whole shebang. Now, we're going to go into our little lunge progression. So for some of you guys, the lunging progression is very important that you make sure that your back foot is pointing forward, not down to the side, but forward. Your knees are over your front toes, and your heels are up, and you're going to go down, send the arms up, and draw everything down. Up. Go up. Like you've got a rod going down through your whole entire spine, down through the ground, and come up. Let's go for 10 good ones. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now, let's get the other side. There we go. Now right here, we're going to send your arms up. And now, draw it up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. 10 more. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Whew. And that's pretty much it for this first mat exercise. Stay tuned as the Club Pilates team, all of our instructors, we're going to be sending you guys loads of videos so you guys can stay fit and healthy during this time of self-quarantine. See you guys soon.